Hello, YouTube world. How y'all doing? This is Sergeant Prepper here. Let me start off by saying these are my opinions only. And if you want to try something at home that I say, don't do it. But tonight we're going to talk about 2020 Part 2. If you remember back in January, I did a video on what a roller coaster ride that 2020 was going to be. I think it's only just begun because it's not having the desired effect that the people who want it done are getting done. So, 2020, June to December, is probably going to be more of the same in a different tone. Okay? And I say this because, for one thing, the stock market went way up. And then it just dropped 1,500 points. If you recall history, the history is that this happened right before the Great Depression. The stock market went way up, and then it went way down. So there's one possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's one possibility. You know, at least some kind of a recession. But with all this money getting spent by the federal government, I don't see how it could not be. Number two, if you all watched a few days ago, Hillary Clinton has to testify in September because of her emails. Okay? That is what it is. But there's always seems to be smoke screens when all these people testify. So, beware of that. 2020, the rest of the year, I see a lot more of the rioting and stuff. You know, they talk about they want community policing. Basically, they're giving up control to local groups, i.e., certain ideology that has their own police and their own laws. Secondly, it's a fact. It keeps stirring up the pot. Okay? If you listen to people like Officer Tatum and Candace Owens, there's not a race problem in this country. There is a media problem in this country. Trying to promote all this so all these media moguls that own 95% of these companies can go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Okay? Plus they can cause pain and suffering. And the pain and suffering is coming on our backs, folks. Not hurting them a bit. Because if it did, I guarantee it wouldn't happen. But we have to be aware of things. Okay, here's what I see. Economic problems. We've all prepared for this. Another thing that I see forthcoming is if some of this other stuff doesn't work is the grid going down. It's pretty easy in the U.S. to knock the grid out. You know, they talk about a high atmosphere nuclear blast knocking it out. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. But I do see the grid going down. And a bunch of small attacks on the grid system will take it out. More pain and suffering. So be ready for that. Be prepared. That's why we prep. If you haven't prepped, you better get on the saddle and start doing it quick. Because I see it going downhill very fast within the next 6 months. You know, natural calamities, I don't see a big problem. There has been a lot of, especially in this area, a lot of earthquakes coming from Yellowstone National Park. I mean, if it blows, and we're all dead. Probably the whole world. Because the caldera is huge. It stretches all underneath Wyoming and Montana, all the way halfway across Idaho. And if that thing blows, we're in trouble. So I'm not too worried about that. My time to go, it's my time to go. But we have to be ready for anything less than that. You know, do it as if you're preparing for a tornado. Preparing for looters. Get your weapons. Get your ammo. Get ready to bug out if that's your choice. I'm too old. I'm going to stay here and protect my little ranch here. But be ready. You know, have your food, water. Takes a half a gallon per day per person, people. And if you don't have that, you know, at least a month's supply, or damn close to a month, and you don't have access to clean water, you basically just cut your own throat. But, you know, we can work past this. And I'm going to have a video come out soon about just splitting this country up. Because it's time for the divorce. People aren't getting along. People can't even get along within their own confines of party line or whatever. They're damn sure can't get along when you talk about the two opposites. I call it the two-party dictatorship. Okay? So, be prepared. Sergeant Prepper says be prepared. Because I predicted a roller coaster ride for this year, and we're halfway through the ride. And I don't even think we've got to the big steep drops yet. But we will. We will. And hopefully, by the grace of God, we're prepared enough to get past this and get on. Because the big cities sure aren't. It's kind of funny. I saw this, Antifa took over 6 blocks in Seattle, and everybody's going to have food and all this stuff. And then the homeless went in there and ate all their food. Now they're begging for people to give them food. How stupid can you be? Where does that food come from? It comes from the fields and stuff where people work hard and earn their money to buy that food. You know, just because, 92% of you still live at home and haven't figured that out yet. 30-year-old kid, still at home. His parents go get a pizza. Yeah. But it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, I don't care. Just get out of our bed. Go get something. But anyway, that's beside the point. A little bit of funny in there, But we can't. Antifa's starting to arm up. Okay. And you know where their money's coming from. I don't have to tell you that. But they're starting to get armed. Because if they can't afford food, they damn sure can't afford weapons. So, anyway, be prepared. Sergeant Pepper says be prepared at all times. If you're not prepared or you're close, it may be time to ramp it up, folks. Let's get after it. I am. I'm gonna go gangbusters. I've got a little stuff I need to wrap up. I've got to get my hand pump ready for my well, and I praise God. I thank God that I have two wells. One that I can pump water out of if I need to, and I have life straws, you know, just to save me having to boil it if I have to. But if I want a quick drink, I'll just pump a little water up and take a drink with the life straw. Not that the water's not good because it's been tested, but it is fed by a ditch. But know where your stuff is coming from. Get it stored away, especially water. You know, good luck finding a NBC mask, because that isn't going to happen. That you could afford, that most of us could afford. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments. Answer your questions anytime. And I will let you know next time the video comes out. So please like, subscribe, hit my bell for the next video. And we shall talk to you later. Over and out, Sergeant Prepper.